to the groom.
Right, what I want to say first of all is that me and Michelle feel very privileged to have such a fantastic group of family and friends here with us today. We're overwhelmed with all the love and support you've shown to us in sharing our special day. We can't thank you enough, and so a big thank you to everyone who's made it here today. Thank you very much. Right, the story about me and Michelle, how I met Michelle, actually starts like this. 3.5 years ago, I first started talking to Michelle on an internet dating site called Plenty of Fish. We started out just chatting and being friends, you know, talking about what strange dates we'd been on, and we soon realised that we had lots in common, and we became friends. So we arranged to meet for our very first date for coffee at Central Station, 12 o'clock midday on the 27th of February 2008. So I put my lucky jumper on, splashed a bit of aftershave, and off I set. I thought if I get there early, I'll make a good impression. I waited and waited about 15 minutes, and then started wondering if I'd been stood up, started feeling a bit low. Just then, my phone rang out, and Michelle's voice says, "Is that you standing outside the station?" I said, "Yeah, where are you?" Michelle was right by the ticket office in the station waiting for me. Then I saw this girl walking towards me from inside the station with a big smile. I walked right up to Michelle and said, "Hi, yeah," and gave her a big kiss on the cheek and a hug, you know, expecting the same back. But Michelle took one look at me and said, "I need a drink." I'm not lying, honest to God, that's exactly what she done. Didn't you? Right, firstly I want to thank Michelle for turning up today, because my bottle did start going a little bit. Thanks for turning up, Michelle. I think everyone will agree, it's been said before, that how stunning Michelle looks in this amazing dress. It blew me away when I seen her walking up the aisle. My voice went, my mouth went dry and everything, she looks gorgeous. Right, Michelle to me is the most beautiful person I've ever met. She is caring and kind, compassionate, loving, and at times shy. She is also stubborn, persistent, never wrong, and complicated. She has an infectious laugh that gives you the giggles, with $1 million smile but hates getting tickled. I'm so proud to be her husband standing here today, and that she has chosen me. Now finally married, we have a beautiful baby boy, a handsome young stepson. We have our little house on the prairie, that's a saying me and Shell have always said. So I'd like you to raise your glass to Mrs. Brislin for me, please.
Mrs. Brislin.
Thank you. Right, now Marie. Now they say you can't pick your mother-in-law, but I want you to know that if I was able to, I'd definitely pick you any day of the week, Marie. She often thanks the angels for helping her in her day-to-day life. At first, I thought she was a bit mad. But Marie is such a lovely person, she is the real angel here, and has welcomed me into their family with open arms. Nothing has ever been too much trouble, even though I probably have been. I want to thank you personally, Marie, for giving me Michelle. And me and Michelle would like to say thanks for everything. Without you, none of this would have ever been possible today. So, thank you, Marie. And we have some flowers for you. These are for you, Marie. Just don't let the baby eat them. Thank you, Marie. I would now like to thank my new brother-in-law, Big Leon. Not only has he just lent me 20 quid 10 minutes ago, because I forgot to bring money. Thanks for his part in the service and giving Michelle away to me, it means a lot. And also singing with Caribou that great song in church, it was fantastic. really was. For also making me feel welcome and part of the family from day one, and for his great personality, his charm and his wit, and his kindness and generosity. And thanks for his help with the bag of crap video, which will get put on YouTube very shortly, Leon, as soon as I get the lead for this camera. And thanks for reminding me that every time you come to our house, it's my turn to put the kettle on, Leon. Thanks, Leon. And now for my official stepson, little Leon Evans, on my left here. Leon has put up with me for the past 3.5 years, even though he's an Evertonian. The doctors say that there is no cure as yet, just keep showing him pictures of Kenny Dalglish. During this time, he has become my very good friend. In fact, me and Leon have a secret that Michelle doesn't know about. Eating chocolate and treats without Michelle's knowledge while she sleeps is our little secret. He bought Leon a Barcelona Messi football kit, as the school report was excellent, even when his room is really messy. He is a sweet boy, very caring and sensitive, and I am proud to have Leon as my stepson. Finally, thanks for being a fantastic page boy, and your reading of the bidding prayers was excellent. I'm now going to give Leon an official certificate of becoming an honorary Brislin. Please a big round of applause for little Leon. Now to Danny. Let's not forget Shell's oldest son. I know that Michelle is so happy to have all the 3 boys here with her. Obviously, Danny was growing up when I first came into their lives, but it was apparent to me that the boys always came first. Shell has told me lots of stories of Danny's antics of him growing up. Apparently, Danny and Jay, who's seated over there, wouldn't let me in the club the other night actually, because I had shorts on, had a flair for stripping off, just like in the movie The Full Monty. It didn't matter where or when, he was always ready for action. Thank God he stopped by the time I came along. Your mum asked me do you remember your special song, Danny and Shell? She would like you to sing this a bit later on. I want to thank Danny for making me feel welcome. Thank you, Danny. Now, you may all notice that the table you're sitting on is named after a person. These people are unfortunately no longer with us, except for one, which is Shell's uncle in Darrow. Because he couldn't fly today to the air, we thought we'd name the table after him anyway. The rest of the people were all family and friends who meant the world to us. Make sure you have a look at the cards on each table and view the photos of these great people who influenced our lives. I really want to raise a glass to these people. Please raise your glass to friends and family lost always in our hearts. Thank you. I would like to thank Peter and Anne and all of Michelle's family for making the journey, whether it be from Yorkshire or London or all over the country. I know it's not easy, but we thank you. Thanks for making it here today. We're very honoured. I want to thank my brother and his wife for their continued support, Tommy and Dora and all the kids. It's excellent. Now I want to thank our beautiful maid of honour, Carabor. She was the girl singing with Leon today in the church. Me and Michelle would like to thank you for your friendship, support, today and always, Carabor. We're very honoured. Even though we forgot your birthday last week, we are very, very sorry. Also, Shell would like to thank you for following orders, for having the silver toenails. Not to mention your very kind generosity in buying our amazing wedding cake, which Carabor bought as a present, which is gorgeous, I think you'll agree. Thank you, Carabor. Now to Angie, our stunning bridesmaid Angie. Thank you very much for that lovely reading in church, and also for being our bridesmaid, Angie. I'm sorry I'm not looking, I've got to concentrate. Me and Michelle both value your support and advice over the last few months regarding the wedding plans have been a big help. I have been informed that because of the large amount of calls between you and Michelle, that the chairman of BT is taking early retirement this year. On a serious note, Michelle wants me to say that she is so glad that you've come into our lives. Good choice, Leon. And that she couldn't ask for a better sister herself. So thank you, Angie. I've got 18 of these, by the way. I'm on to 30. Right. I want to thank the best man, who's just a couple of seats away from me, who's about to make his speech shortly, with Trevor. It'll be a double act. I know that he's dreading this, so just give him all the encouragement you can. I want to thank you, Blackie, for a couple of things first. Like dragging me 50 yards along the road at 30 mile an hour, and I wasn't quite properly seated into the car, holding your back door. Just before I fell out completely, you drove over my foot for good measure. I mean, how was you supposed to know that unless you turned around to check I was actually seated in the car? And the door was shut before driving off. Silly me. Me and Michelle would like to thank Blackie and Trevor for the beautiful car that they got for us today, the classic car which drove us to the church. So thank you, Blackie. Thank you, Trevor. Now to Bob. Bob is our usher. You may have seen him at the church. Bob is such a lovely man, with his only downfall again being a season ticket holder for Everton. Today Bob helped and guided people to their seats in church, but I did notice that the Evertonians got to sit near the front and the Liverpool supporters further back. He did such a fantastic job today, and he even got me to the right church on time. Today, Bob, you definitely was not a silly sod. Thank you, Bob. My new wife's wedding ring was actually her Nana's wedding ring. Her Nana's marriage lasted a lifetime. I hope ours is as blessed. Michelle feels very honoured to wear this ring, and we'd like to say wherever she is in heaven, thank you, Nana. Right, number 15, we're getting there. I would like to thank my niece Kelly and Sevo, her partner, for their very, very generous gift. Me and Michelle and the kids can't wait for our week in Wales on our family honeymoon. So thank you, Kel and Sevo. And I want to thank Uncle Ernie, who's seated right over there in the corner by the window, for his generous contribution of the wedding flowers. Ernie. Uncle Ernie, thank you for the flowers.
The best present of my life.
Thank you. Big round of applause for Uncle Ernie. I would like to thank all my mates and friends from Quins for their help and advice in the build-up to the wedding. And for Steve and Macca offering to do a double act stand-in should Elvis not turn up this evening. I hope he does turn up, but thanks anyway.
Thanks, Mark.
And last but no means least, I want to thank Mal Vasey for being a good friend and a boss. He's seated at the table just over there in the white shirt. For being a good friend and a boss, for his support and advice to me over the wedding, and for putting up with me for being late for the last 8 years and not docking my pay once. Thank you, Mal.
You're welcome, mate.
A round of applause for Mal, please. Come on, me.